Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about homeschooling in the state of Arizona. And this website states how to comply with Arizona homeschool law. And it says you have to file an affidavit of intent. That must include the child's name, the date of birth, and the address of the school the child is currently attending, if any, as well as the names, telephone numbers, and addresses of the persons who currently have custody of a child. I believe this has to be notarized. Has to be within 30 days after beginning the homeschool in the county. Provide a certified copy of the child's birth certificate. If you cannot obtain a certified copy, you can submit other proof along with an affidavit explaining why. And I believe you can do a photocopy if it's notarized. Teaching the required subjects. You have to teach reading, grammar, math, social studies, and science has to be included in your homeschool curriculum. File a letter of termination if you stop homeschooling or move out of the county within 30 days of ending your homeschool program. Then we'll go to this one, and it will tell you pretty much the same thing. And this is pima.gov. You have to, Affidavit of Intent is accepted for children 6 to 16 years of age. Every child between those ages shall attend school and shall be provided instruction, at least in reading, grammar, mathematics, social studies, and science. The person who has custody of the child shall choose. You must file an affidavit of intent with the county school superintendent stating that they do not desire to have the children attend public school. Notarized. Please return completed, signed, and notarized affidavit of intent. And require proof of the student's age and identity. So you have to send them a birth certificate. A date stamped copy of the affidavit of intent will be returned to you. If you submit original documents such as your child's original birth certificate or baptismal certificate with the affidavit, we will return it to you with a date stamped copy of the affidavit. You have to report any changes. And then it gives you the definition of homeschool and the laws. Certified birth certificate. It has to be a certified copy of their birth certificate. Or it can include the child's baptism certificate or application for social security number or original school registration records and an affidavit explaining the inability to provide a copy of the birth certificate. Must be the child's full legal name and must match the child's name listed on the birth certificate. And there is more information. If you need it, you can go to that website to read it. Okay, and here is time for learning and what they say. It will say Arizona homeschool requirements. Submitting your Arizona homeschool affidavit, graduation requirements, and things like that. You can go to time for learning to see what they say. And then there is afhe.org, and they list homeschool groups. So it's always good to have a homeschool group, because that way you have homeschool support group, and it's always good to have support and build friendships. They probably swap books around, they're more familiar with this, and they can always help you. And they also could help you with activities and ideas and things like that. They might even have an email list where people contact each other. And this is, you click on Mojave County to find out if you live in that county, or you can click on another county to find out what homeschool support groups there are in that county. And then you just scroll down and there they are. So here's some support groups in Mojave County. And this is at afhe.org. Arizona Families for Home Education. So there are some support groups that you can contact. And like I said, you can go and you can click on another county if you live in another county, and then scroll down to see what they have. And here's the Arizona Homeschool State Law. It says the same thing. File a notarized affidavit, proof of the child's identity. You must include reading, grammar, math, social studies, and science in your homeschool curriculum. And here is some more homeschool groups in Arizona. Well, here are some more homeschool groups in Arizona for support if you need them. And this is at movingbeyondthepage.com. Arizona4children.org shows ESA, Empowerment Scholarship Account, ESA. There's a video you can watch to see if you might qualify. And then there's a questionnaire. It allows parents to receive their children's allotment. So you might qualify for an allotment. If your child has special needs or is attending a D or F rated public school, if the parent is active duty military or had a parent who died in the line of duty, if your child has been in or is currently in foster care, if your child lives on tribal lands, Native American reservation, if your child has a parent who is either blind, deaf, or hard of hearing, or if you have another child that is currently or previously an ESA recipient. My child does not fit any of the above, so please have an ESA parent advocate contact me to see if I qualify or to provide me with other scholarship opportunities. There's the box you might be checking. And you go there and you submit it. And that is at az4children.org. And it's ESA, the ESA part of it. So that's something pretty cool. This one is for Alaska, not Arizona. But I added it in because some people, maybe you have never homeschooled and you're like, well, what kind of things do I need? Well, you can find curriculum for free online, but you might want some workbooks or textbooks, or you might need some ideas of things that you might need for homeschooling. Globes, maps, paint, flashcards, swimming, piano instructions, things like that. That is considered part of their schooling. You have to do the main subjects that they stated, but then you can add other subjects in. So field trips count as part of their schooling. When you're doing their attendance record, if you take them on a field trip to a museum for the day, they were in school for the day. So yes, you do want to make sure they cover all their main schooling. But playing chess, board games, some board games like chess, categories, things like that, Monopoly, they're learning as they're playing, and you can maybe have Fridays, the end of the school day, being board games that include like Yahtzee for math and categories for their grammar and their spelling and things like that. So, and physical education, like I said, you can join the YMCA. They can learn martial arts. This could be part of their PE education. So there's some ideas for you. Khan Academy, free. Even if you got the ESA scholarship or the allotment, you might want to get free education, their free curriculum online to use, and then use that for the other things like buying a computer or taking martial arts or other whatever the ESA says it can be used for. You'll have to go over it to see what it can be used for, and then you might want to make sure that money stretches. And Khan Academy has free schooling. So you could use their curriculum online. And then there's IXL, which is not free. I think it's $10 a month. But I did not join anything. I am not a member. And I went to first grade math. And then it shows me things that I need to teach my child if they're taking first grade math. And then if I want examples or I want to see if my child knows how to do these things, I just scroll over it, mouse over it, and there it highlights it. So there it gives me a sample of those questions so I can see if my child knows how to do these things as part of a test to know what they need to cover that they didn't learn. It's pretty awesome. I haven't even joined it and I get that information. And for $10 a month, it is kindergarten, preschool, all the way up. So it's got some pretty good stuff here. And then there's Easy Peasy All-in-One Homeschool, which is supposed to be totally free. And it will take you, when you go to join, it will take you to PayPal to see if you want to donate, but you can click on it and click cancel, and then you can join for free. So, and they have a lot of subjects. And they have links in the different subjects for different days that will take you to other websites to do the different things so that it's fun and it's interesting. It includes courses including 180 days of homeschool lessons and assignments. And it covers reading, writing, grammar, spelling, vocabulary, math, history, social studies, geography, science, Spanish, Bible, computer, music, art, PE, health, and logic. So it's pretty fun and pretty awesome. At Home Middle School has resources, 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. Free online education for middle school students. Hippocampus.org has things for free educational resources for middle school to college. And you can see the different subjects on the left-hand side. They have chemistry, physics, earth science. It's pretty awesome. Homeschooling reporting online. So if you want an easy way to keep track of your school stuff, you can go here. It's $20 a year for the entire family. And when you go to do it, they have like the attendance, and you can automatically enter Y for the attendance. They have the quarters set up, and you can change it if you like, because it probably has more days than you might need. And then you can download it after you enter it. You can enter their different subjects. You can give them a report card on here with their grades, and you can copy it over from one student to the other for the subjects or the dates or whatever you like. It's pretty simple. And then you can download it so that you can print it out. But I don't know what happens after that $20 per family annual subscription. Maybe you can export it and save it somehow. Or if you don't want to do that, you can just open a WordPad document and put day one, the date, the subjects that they learned, and what they did in each subject, or you could put day one and the date, and you can just put the time that they attended school, and you can put the subjects and what they learned in each one if you want to. Some people do their portfolios where they just have something like this, where this is what they learned this year, and they don't do it by days. And they print it out, and then they just have their attendance records on like a yearly calendar printed out and just showing that they were there. And those were the days they had school, and then they put what time they had school from until. So it's just your personal preference. And it's a nice keepsake to have when they're older, for you can show that they homeschooled and what they did. Personally, I prefer the WordPad document with day one, what the date is, and then I don't have to count the days, and then I don't have to pay the $20, but $20 isn't much. But I like to have day one, the date, what time they started math at such and such time, and they did multiplication, they started English at such and such times, and they worked on pronouns and things like that. But it's still very simple to do. And so this is homeschooling in the state of Arizona. Sounds pretty simple, pretty basic, and I hope this helps somebody. And you can also get books at the thrift store. When I used to homeschool, I used to get workbooks and books. I used to go check out the thrift store. And some of the thrift stores where I live, I get for pretty cheap, like 50 cents a piece and things like that. And I've gotten some pretty big workbooks. You can check out eBay, you can check out Amazon. You can probably get on Facebook, and they might have groups on Facebook where you could see if there's anybody local that has any books they're not using anymore. So you can find places to get things like that. You can go to the library and you can check out books and use the library resources. Some libraries you get a membership to, when you join the library, you might get tickets, free tickets to the zoo to go once that year, or an aquarium or things like that. So just check it out. And I appreciate you tuning into my channel, and I hope that this helps someone. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them below, and maybe I'll use them to create a better video when I update the video later. And I really appreciate you watching the video. I'm a small channel, and I really hope that this helps somebody. Thank you. Bye-bye.